Yikes. Oh, he has dragon tattoos on his thighs. Listen, I love thigh tats. Thigh tats are one of the most beautiful things in this world, and so is leg tat.
Going somewhere romantic.
Pull up a chair, sit your flat ass down.
Alright, so I play an app called Love Link, and I'm not afraid to say it out loud. And this is Jax Wilder, my man, and easily my background is a picture of he and I, as you can see back there, beyond all these apps here. That's Jax, that's me, thank you. Okay, so it's like a dating app where you can swipe left or right on dates depending on if you find them attractive from their little bio or picture, and it's cool because it's like a visual novel too, and I read choices already, so yeah, this is good and I'm going to read it. So here's what Jax has to say. He's a Gemini, I believe. That's those two twin human signs are. Help me with Zodiac, I barely know about it. Anyway, in town for psychomatics, just looking to get down and dirty with the locals. Show me around and I'll show you something equally as good. Liar. Anyway, I swiped right clearly because look at him. You gotta be crazy. Easily, like, who snatches their shirt off? Like, why are you even wearing a shirt? The teal shirt with the teal tips of his hair? It matches, it looks good. Jax had his shirt off and these tattoos look good. I like them. I like the moth tattoo in the middle of his chest as well. They're decent tattoos. They're not too tacky, but they're not extremely beautiful either. They're like right in the middle. They're nice. Oh, he has little stars right by his hip bone. We're done. I seen that. Alright, so here I am. Ooh, Jax, stop! Or this is my character, I should say. Upon seeing you, Jax smiles and waves you over. So we meet at Burning Man, I guess, air quotes, whatever they want to call it, some kind of art event in the middle of the desert, and we're all trying to figure things out, like where we're gonna stay, and we stay in his van with him, or on his bus. Actually, we sleep there, we sure do. And Jax sleeps on the couch. He didn't have to do that, but whatever, Jax, be a gentleman if you want to. And then he wakes us up the next day, or he's texting us actually. He's like, oh, I plugged in your phone for you, but you know that by the time you wake up. And he also says something like, yeah, come outside or whatever when you're ready. So we come outside and he cooks for us because he's pursuing us and everything. Jax cooks us eggs and bacon and stuff like that. He really cooks for her in the middle of the desert. That's so cool, right? Remember this breakfast and what he cooked. This is important for later. He cooked us bacon and eggs. Something nice. Okay? So anyway, when I texted him, he was like, wakey, wakey, sleeping beauty. And I was like, if I'm sleeping beauty, then why don't you kiss me awake? And he was like, because that's effing weird. I love that. Anyway, moving on. So, you have an option to put on some sunglasses. Jax recommends an item for you to wear. Here are the sunglasses recommended by Jax. I didn't put them on, but I am here trying them on. They're not cute. I like that the characters in this app can tell you what they want you to wear, and you have the option to go buy it, but these weren't cute and they were clashing with my outfit. Thank you. And they acknowledge what you're wearing too. They don't call them dirty 30s anymore. These are $150 to purchase exclusive scenes and extra events with them. They're 150 diamonds, so I can't call them dirty 30s. What's the fan base calling these? Just the freaky scenes? Okay. Anyway, hopping out of the shower, you barely dry off at all. He leads you to the bed. So yes, Jax leads you to the bed. Let me explain. Okay, so Jax is they're kissing her or whatever, and she's like, oh Jax, right? And then Jax oh my god, getting emotional. He's trembling and acting emotional, right? Jax is kind of affectionate. He kisses her on the forehead and crap when she was having breakfast. He's mwah, enjoying your breakfast. He's affectionate, right? Alright, I digress. Let's go back. Jax was all while they're kissing her or whatever, he's and she's like, oh, Jax. And then Jax is like, call me Jax. I'm done. And I was like, what? He's like, everyone I know. He's emotional, right? He has a sad expression. He's like, everyone I know calls me Wilder, but you call me Jax. I love it when you call me Jax. Call me Jax. Call me by my name. Yeah, that's how he said it. That's why it was so freaking weird. This is not Timothy Chalamet's movie, bro. You didn't just say that. He said, call me by my name. No shit. What? Call you by your name? Okay. And then I was like, Jax? He's like, oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Freaking weird. He was on the verge of tears while getting freaky because she said Jax. Yes, that's a moment of silence. Cause I like Jax, but that was weird. I'm sorry, Jax. Not you crying and getting emotional because I called you Jax. That's your name, buddy. So after she after she gives up the goods to Jax, he cooks her breakfast again. Keep that in mind. She gave up the goods to Jax and he cooks her breakfast again. And he hands her a granola bar and an orange for breakfast this time. He's done trying. He got what he wanted. I thought this was so savage in its subtlety. I was like, wow, what happened to the bacon and the eggs? Oh, it's just a granola bar and an orange. Wow, Jax, I called you Jax. You wanted me to call you by your name. I called you Jackson. You give them too much and they don't give back anymore. Like, when he was on the chase, he was cooking better. Now he basically threw a freaking orange and a granola bar at her. I mean, at least that's how I read it. I was like, what the freak? You're not cooking anymore? Oh yeah, he doesn't care. And then after that, they're all hanging out and everything. His friends are like about to go to the desert, in the middle of the desert, and do some mushrooms or whatever. And Jack's like, you want to do some freaking shrooms with us? We're gonna freaking do shrooms, get high. And I was like, you want me to get high with you now? What happened to us stargazing and looking at we never stargazed. But what happened to us just like, what were we doing before this? Looking at music and what? We weren't doing drugs at first. Like, Jax, how dare you? You take me for a sleazy whore now. I can't believe it. Like, what the freak? He doesn't even see us the same. You feel it. You feel like he's like, oh, she's easy to throw away. He doesn't care. Like, he's just here to smash and dash. It's easy. Like, he wrote it in his bio. I wasn't surprised. But look at his love link drawers over here. Yikes. Oh, he has dragon tattoos on his thighs. Listen, I love thigh tats. Thigh tats are one of the most beautiful things in this world, and so is a leg tat. Have you ever seen a guy with like full leg, like a sleeve, but on his leg, like a whole leg tat? Like, what would we call that? A pant leg of tats from the thigh to the freaking ankle. That is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. Thank you. I love that. Moving on. So, in the end, Jax leaves. Bye, Jax. He's getting ready to pack up. He was just coming through with the locals. He's not a local. He's coming through town. And I decided to play video games with him. I think he wanted to like hook up again, and I was like, no thank you. So he can treat me even worse? Ew, like, no. So I played video games with him instead. So we played some off-brand video game that he had, and I was just roasting the fact that it was off-brand, which was crazy. I don't know why my character was doing that. She's like, oh, it's an off-brand freaking game. This isn't the real deal. He's like, so what? It's fun. Let's play it. And they kind of just play that until they go to sleep. And then there's the next day. She hops on the Love Link app and low. And freaking low. Jax will be offline for a while. We'll let you know when they come back. In the meantime, swipe, match, and connect with other Love Link members. This is our last words to each other. We'll be making breakfast out there. Be right there. Morning, Essie. I'm out front for when you're ready. Perf, I just woke up. Give me a sec. That's it. So, as you can see, Jax's picture is grayed out now. And I heard that Jax was a character that was here for about a year now. They're not writing for Jax anymore. There he is at the bottom of my guys. Jax Wilder is offline forever, basically, or until who knows when. So, he kind of had 3 sentences in the whole game. So, he kind of pops up. You meet in person immediately, you go to Burning Man, you smash him, he cooks you breakfast twice, it's 2 days and he's gone. Basically. I didn't do shrooms with him, maybe that would have, I don't know, stretched things out, but I didn't want to get high. My character's not crazy. I wanted to some degree be normal, like me, and not just be as wild as she naturally is. But yeah, here's the thing about Love Link though, the character that you play as has the option to be a boy. That's why they use the word they in this game a lot, because they don't really distinguish if your character's a girl or boy. They say they, because you can be a boy in this game. So her extreme like aggression will make sense on a boy too. So she either makes a normal boy and then she by default makes an aggressive girl because she's very outward and very, she takes the initiative a lot like a guy would. It's like all the time. So she doesn't really act like coy like a girl would most of the time. Some of the choices don't even let you click on it. By default, she's a little more forward than girls usually even are, so especially not me, so it's hard to like relate to this character, but she's entertaining. That's not to say she's not entertaining. Like literally it's freaking entertaining the way they write our character in this, for sure. But yeah, just saying that. But yeah, that's Jax Wilder, and I changed my background to him because he's like literally my number 1. Whoa, excuse me, let's be correct here. Jax is my number 2. My number 1 is Gabriel, and I will be making a video as soon as I'm done with him, but we're not done. Me and Gabriel are literally like everywhere. Like he's my number 1. Like freaking the angel. Like what? You'll see. Oh my gosh. All right. That was Jax of Love Link and how we fell in love. Our love story, our story, and his 3 sentences.